Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about what am I working on right now? What am I doing? Things that I want to make sure that I don't miss. I hope these are things that either you're doing and or if you're not doing them, that I somehow convince you that it's worth your time, or that you convince me that they're not worth my time, frankly. I mean, if I'm doing something that doesn't make any sense, then please comment below. I'd very much appreciate that. Speaking of commenting below, a few days ago, we did a gold giveaway video. I haven't done the giveaway yet, but go comment on the, I believe it's the We Still Mad video. Check that video out. We're going to do a gold giveaway. We'll do it Monday, Tuesday, but we're going to use that video. It's gonna be a random drawing from anybody who comments in that video. Check it out. Instructions in said video. And anyway, back to this one. So yeah, we're gonna kind of walk through that. Nothing too crazy, but let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, or check out the Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, click notification bells, and subscribe if you like. All right, let's see what we got to say.
Bring me WolverThor!
Okay, so Widow's going to be doing whatever she's doing in the background there, which is one of the things that I'll touch on later. So, things I'm doing right now. First off, and I want to start it with something that you might or might not be doing, but do not spend any specialization, okay? What I mean by that, you should know at this point if you're probably watching this video, is I am not messing around with any more of this. Now, most of mines are 7s and up anyway, but even on my low tunes, as soon as I get to, actually, I'm not even doing any of them, but in a blog post, Netmarble specifically mentioned something along the lines of they recognize that the failure rates and that the ways it's set up, it was pretty, it needed work, or, you know, that's me paraphrasing. So I'm just sitting on stuff. Like I feel like a decent amount of these things where I'm just, yeah, I mean, look, oh, that's not a, not as many purples, but I'm done using them. I just don't want to, put anything into that where it's kind of like, just no. So I'm trying to save it. Clearly I've got to do even more, and I'm not saving up, but just the 20% chance here, success rate, it's really bad. It takes forever to get it capped, and it's just kind of like, So I'm waiting to see what they do with that. I guess I highly recommend you save it as well, because I think it's just sort of a waste until you see. I can't imagine they'd make it worse. That would feel pretty bad, given the fact that they understand that it's, you know, a bad situation and that people aren't loving it. So why wouldn't they make it better, given that they said that? So anyway, that's one of the things I'm doing. Let me know if I'm crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't be spending anything on it. So the next part, DZ tokens. First off, DZ, the rewards in Dark Zone are just, there are so many people who go in there and, you know, get first, get second, open a bunch of these, token boxes and just get no badges. Nothing. So you can see I've got 20,000 of these at the moment. I am not spending any of these. I fully expect at some point when they get to level cap 120, it might, you know, it could be 600, you know, but I want to save them because I want to get the best opportunity to get some of those badges at 120. I'm not expecting much, if it anything at all, but I had waited a while, and so I was like, I'm just going to keep waiting. I'm going to sit on these. And again, I could use so many of these, but I just, man, I mean, you're likely to get these, which are all 4. It's just fodder. I mean, I'm extracting. I mean, these are just, you know, yeah, I could get some defense pierce, I guess. You know, if I'm looking at some of this, I think I remember Yellow Jack, or maybe it was, it was Nebula, I think, for the defense pierce. But now that I'm capped at that, I guess maybe I'd be looking at Yellow Jacket. You know, some of these, no. I mean, some of the, actually, that's the one that I'd want now. How the game changes. And this is another thing I should say that just spontaneously hit me as I was doing this is save your stuff. Like, you might think, oh, I don't need this. Just save it. Just save it. Okay, I've gotten rid of a couple cards, a couple things. I learned my lesson. I've got a chess piece right now that's a 6-star Midgardia that's 4 crit damage on it and some other okay roll. I'm just not going to use it for nanoing because it's like, I could see this coming into play somewhere. This could be a PvE thing or something. I don't know. I'm just going to sit on it. So anyway, you know, I'd love to get some of those. And again, I think for me at this point, it's the Dormammu situation here where I'd love to get this, the cooldown sets here. That would be awesome. So I'm going to save for that and see what the new ones are at 120. I could use it, but I'm not going to waste it at this point because I just think that, I don't know. I know nothing. This is pure speculation, but there was the video or whatever that they had that had somebody that looked like they were, you know, 110 and there was some XP on it. I don't think, for me, I don't think that means anything necessarily. Certainly the level cap's going to get increased at some point. I'm like, I waited so long. I'm sort of like, I feel like they'll do something in the next 3 or 4 months. So why not just keep saving? So that's what I got for that one. All right. Next up, Spec Ops. I know a lot of people don't like this game mode. I know it. It's not the funnest thing in the world. I don't go for crazy points. I just try to get what I can and go from there. But the reason that I really like it, and you can see here, I mean, there's some decent folks up here. Mamba, I love this guy, good dude. One of the better widows out there, and especially in PvE content. You see all sorts of different people in here and their abilities. But the reason I like this, it's the only place that you get rewarded for gear. You know what I mean? So like, I want to get this, you know what I mean? So and you can get, some regional pieces in it. Now, it doesn't have Midgardia in it, unfortunately, but, still Xander, Sakaar, and Hydra, you know, at some point, I'm certain that we're going to be using more of our tunes in different game modes, etc. I'll need those, you know what I mean? So I'm happy to take, you know, 20 to 30, get 9 of those. I'd love number 1, but you know, I'm just not even close to carrying enough or able to do that enough. Maybe I need to get my Storm in there and start playing around with that instead. But anyway, that's what I got for, you know, I would do this, you know, it's fodder, it's potential regionals, and sin particles that you need for crafting for other regionals for nanoing. It's gear. Spec Ops is gear. So if you care about gear and getting fodder, I would just do it. You don't, you know, try to get a few of your alliance mates, go do it, get done with it. I know some of my close friends hate it. Anyway, I'm a fan of Spec Ops. You know, do one run real quick, try to get 1.4 above and kind of go from there. Next up that I want to talk about is just your normal dailies. Just make sure you do these. This is simple. I mean, I go through here. I wish there were check boxes that showed I was done with these. You know, I just go through here, make sure they're all done, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through each one of them. You get the idea. But Netmarble, if you're watching this, give us a little checkbox here for each one of these that shows that we're done with it. And then it could even show on the outside when we're done with it. Ops done. You know, it's like, okay, at least for the daily stuff, that would be so freaking great. Oh, it looks like I still got to do that. You know, so these are the things that I need to make sure I still do tonight. But do those dailies, all right? Every day as best you can. So I mentioned watching video. Farm Convergium. I leave my Widow on all the time. I just let her do her thing. I try to come to the game, dismantle, make sure that, I mean, sometimes bags do get full. Sometimes she does die. Sometimes it's just kind of like, all right, whatever. I have different spots. I've got so much Midgardia mats. I sort of been like, I should probably just start in other areas just because, you know, I might need something somewhere. So, you know, I'd probably go to Hydra or Sakaar, start filling up that stuff. But I would always be, you know, just out there farming, you know, get your stuff here. So, I mean, and you're going to get badges and all of these things, you know, when you end up dismantling them, they're going to give you, you know, gold as well. So the Convergium is one of the bigger bottlenecks in the game, and gold is something you need tons of. So if you're a spender, I would always obviously keep an eye on the decent deals out there. Keep an eye out for what's there. If nothing's popping, don't stress about it. You know, just see something you can find. I don't think I've bought anything or not much since Black Friday. Maybe a couple here and there. You know, some deals are great. Some deals are sort of like this one, even $90. But it's basically $90 for, no, there's some good stuff in here. I take that back. But the 6-star core, every time I get a 6-star core, I've got a blue one and a yellow one. I'm a widow. No, thank you. Thanks. And the blue one was dodge, which isn't a total waste, but kind of is with people getting high accuracy too. Oh, the other thing I'm doing is I am actually finishing my last tune to level 100. I took things so slow in this game. I just couldn't help myself. I enjoyed the story, took my time, and I'm happy that I did. That's for me. You decide what pace you go at, but I'm just getting my last tune to 100. And as soon as that's done, I'll start working on, I have my second tune working towards 110, but that's what I'll do with the next group is I'll just start bringing them up, right? So it's just kind of a slow process. And I encourage you to continue leveling your tunes just casually. That way it sort of, helps you increase your power for your main or for anything that you might want to use different tunes in different game modes. So the last and most important thing that I'm doing, and I encourage you to do, is try to find a way to have fun in the game. If you don't have fun in the game, I don't know. I mean, maybe the game's not for you. I'm not going to sit here and convince you it's fun. I have fun. There's certain things that I find in the game fun. My alliance every single night, actually, I'm sure they're on there now. I'll just look. Every night we have a bunch of people in voice chat just getting ready, and we're starting to pop in there now. We just hang out. We just shoot the breeze sometimes until 4 in the morning on weekends. It's just, we're having a really good time, and we just chat, and it is such a good time. If you're not in an alliance that you're close with, or find one that you're socializing with, I highly recommend trying to find some like-minded individuals that you can start a party up with, and even try to find ways to get into voice. It will definitely change the way this game plays for you. It is so much fun. So I encourage you, if you can find a way to have fun, do it. If not, I'm sorry. I can only share what I find fun. I'm happy to do that in a different one. But that's all I got for now. I wanted to share, like I said, little things I was focusing on. So hopefully some of this stuff is either something that you're going to tell me, yep, I knew that, or, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing. And, or, why are you doing that? You should be doing this instead. So I look at this as sort of a, let's help each other all improve in the game sort of thing. So appreciate you stopping by. Like I mentioned before, hammer down that like button, click the notification bell, subscribe. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.